What's up, guys? My name is Cheep, and first off, I want to apologize. I was not able to record the DDD Cosmo matchup last weekend, and I do regret that. I am going to do it eventually because I would love to show you his deck as it actually runs. If you want to play test it yourself, more than welcome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did post a DDD deck profile that my friend Eric has last weekend. Please go check that video out. I'll have a card right here so you can click that. But onto this video. I do apologize if there's some weird stuff. I am in a empty public space because it's 11:35 in the evening and that's what happens. But I want to show you what I got here. This is, keep in mind, an extremely casual deck, but it's something that I find extremely entertaining, and it is definitely something that I could fix up and take to a tournament, but this is just what I have right now, and I've been wanting to be more consistent in video making, so I kind of wanted to show you this. I've been working on it for more than a couple months now. I haven't poured all of my resources into it. If you guys want to see me actually fix this up, take it to a tournament, show you how it plays, and show you what I'm running, I could definitely do that. I would love to do that, but this is just what I have right now. What I have are Gem Knights. This is a homage to Steven Universe, a show I just adore. It's an amazing show. So I see the crystal gems. I think, hey, Gem Knights are a thing. I should make those. So very slowly, I put them together, and this is what I've come up with. I do follow a lot of the meta, but there is, because it's a Steven homage universe, I play every single possible reference to the show that I can. And if I'm missing something, let me know, and I would love to throw it in there just because I play this deck casually for fun, you know, all that jazz. I've never taken this to tournament, to my recollection. But you know what? I wouldn't be adverse to it. This is an extremely explosive, extremely fun deck if you can get a decent hand. And it can do a lot of riggedy-wrecking damage. So I'll show you what I got. First off, let's go with. I am playing 3 Gem Knight Garnet. This is because Gem Knight Garnet is maybe not the main card of the deck, but he is definitely useful for starting your plays. He's definitely useful for getting ahead. And for another card that you'll see, you probably already know it, but I'm playing 3 of him. Almost necessary. You can, if you're playing casually, you can play it at 2, but if you're going to take this anywhere, you need him at 3. I also played 2 Gem Knight Lapis. Gem Knight Lapis, you can play it at 2, 3, or 1, depending on how you make the deck, but I see a lot of value in this card. I played at 2. I kind of want to bump it up to 3, but I took out 1. For Gem Knight Sapphire, again, a Steven homage, a Steven Universe homage, so Sapphire is a required at least at 1. These are all the normal monsters that kind of get you going. They are definitely useful for fusion fodder. Every now and then I will bring out and actually attack with Garnet. If in emergency where I brick, I can set Sapphire, and 2100 defense does not suck, but Lapis is fusion fodder. For effect monsters, you start out, you need 3 Obsidian. Obsidian, you send it to a graveyard from hand, you special summon a Gem Knight. This is how you engine. This is how you get constant fusion summons. This is how you make the deck work alongside Gem Knight Amber. You need 2 or 3. I like 3 just to ensure that I get him in my hand. But just to ensure that I get him in my hand, you need 3. It's effect. If you don't already know it, I'm not going to explain everything about the deck. If you want combo videos, I can link to something right here that will be more helpful than something I could give you. Again, remember, you know, casual deck. So, but it's essential because discard a Gem Knight card, get 1 from your banished back to your hand. These 2 in combination are absolutely insane because send these 2 to grave for a special summon and something else maybe, and special summon him, normal summon him, discard Gem Knight Fusion, get him banished back to your hand, and just keep freaking fusion summoning. I play 2 Gem Knight Lazuli. I really want to bump this up to 3. I just would need to get 1. Again, I'm not putting as much effort into this deck as I should, but this is what I've got. I really want to bump this up to 3 because you can send it from anywhere to grave and get one back to your hand. It's a little bit worse than Obsidian, but it's still incredibly helpful. That's it for effect monsters and Gemini monsters. For the Gemini archetype, you do have support, though, in Crystal Rose. Incredibly easy to get to grave, so I only played it 1. You only really ever need 1 because you can only use its graveyard effect once per turn, and its other effect once every time it's summoned. So you're only going to use it a max of twice per turn, but it's always going to be for the same card. So running 2 is not at all necessary. And 3 Gem Armadillo to search out any Gem Knight monster. I almost always go and search Obsidian. Almost always. And then, because the reason I play 3 Gem Knight Garnet and 2 Lapis, actually, is I do play 1 Rescue Rabbit. It would be maybe valuable at 2, but I doubt it. I really highly doubt it. Just tribute it. Or is it Banish? Banish to special summon 2 of your Garnet or 2 of your Lapis, whatever you need, just to start fueling and milling, because this deck does have draw problems, which can be very easily fixed, depending on what you decide to play. Currently, I have not really fixed them. That is the problem that this deck has, but I have devoted those resources to other decks. If you want to see this deck with all of my resources possible, I can definitely do that. I can definitely remove the homage and make it actually, as competitive as I can possibly make it. I would be willing to do that if that's something you want to see. If you want to see that, let me know. But that is it for the monster support. Gem Knight is a fusion deck, so you need 3 Gem Knight fusion. Getting to this card is somewhat difficult, and if you don't, you're dead. You can't play. Which is why you also play 3 Absorb Fusion. Searches out any Gem Knight card, which is incredible for this deck. You can only play once per turn, which makes it balanced, which is more than you can say for most decks currently in the meta. This is a very honest and fair deck, which is why it doesn't compete. But you will usually use this to search out Gem Knight Fusion. Its fusion effect, when I started out, I thought it was decent, but then I realized banishing your resources when you could search out a Gem Knight Fusion and go off, pointless, just pointless. So yeah, and then for the other 3 fusion cards, Brilliant Fusion, because this card's insanely fucking broken. There's a reason the Brilliant Fusion engine exists. I wound up getting these cards just before the price of the card skyrocketed up to $10. I don't know what it's at right now, but I'm sure it's still around there because this card is so good. It does also give me the capacity to run the engine in other decks, but I don't have any other decks that need to run it, which is why I feel comfortable holding this deck together. That is actually it for any of the Gem Knight main deck cards. For staple support, I run Burial from a Different Dimension just to keep going off if I already have. Defusion to save my fusion monsters. Refusion to rescue my fusion monsters. I've actually found this card to be actually incredibly good to help me keep going off, because Fusion Summon, using one of my fusion materials, bring back the fusion material, and maybe even use its effect again. It's really good. Foolish Burial to get what I need in grave to go for Crystal Rose or Lazuli. I always get Lazuli. I always get Lapis and Lazuli somewhat confused. Sorry, my computer went to sleep and I wigged out. Book of Moon. A lot of people say to run this because of Brilliant Fusion. I don't find it entirely necessary, and it's definitely one of the cards I would take out, but it does come in handy. Book of Moon doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. And then 2 Chicken Game. Like I said, I don't run that much draw power. If I were to bump this deck up to be more competitive, I definitely would. I might even play 3 Chicken Game, 3 Upstart, all that good shit. But currently, I don't. That is it for spells. For traps, pretty staple. Grand Horn of Heaven. Mirror Force. Actually, I play Mirror Force at 2. Love the ultra rare of this, honestly. Not excellent in the meta right now, but Mirror Force is Mirror Force. It's never going to be an inherently bad card. against a lot of decks. It doesn't exactly help the way you think it would, but what can you do? I would definitely take this out in exchange for maybe some other support, draw power, engineering, what have you. Or maybe even making room for another supportive archetype. I would definitely love to see if that would be possible with Gem Knights. I love mixing archetypes. Bottomless and Breakthrough. I don't think that needs much explanation. Also, I apologize if the quality is lower because I am using my computer, but this is just the setup I have right now. Not every video is going to be perfect, especially not everybody. Not every video is even going to be good because I don't even plan on editing this unless I really need to. For the fusions, the beat stick powerhouse, badass fusion, one of the best fusions that has probably ever honestly come out is Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond. Pulled one of her, I believe, and then traded for the other, or maybe I traded for both. I'm not entirely sure. No, actually, someone just honestly gave this to me. I remember the first one was just given to me. I traded for the other one. Just an insanely good card for the deck. She is the queen. You have the king. You have Gem Knight Master Diamond. I view this deck. I love we're just like imagining it as like a chess set. You got your queen, you got your king, you got your rooks in Gem Knight Zirconia, just a big, big guy. You use him as fusion fodder a lot, and also as just an excuse to fusion summon again. He is insanely helpful at 2. Maybe you want to run him at 3. I doubt it. Because, again, back to the Stephen Homage universe, Gem Knight Ruby. Not everyone runs him. I actually find Gem Knight Ruby to be incredibly helpful at times because you can just get over stuff. You can just get over things. Because if you Ruby and Obsidian, Gem Knight Ruby and Gem Knight Garnet, tribute Gem Knight Garnet, attack. No, you can't tribute it during the battle phase, so tribute it, and just get over something that's, 4,300, or what was it? 1,900 plus 1,200, 4,400. That's an incredible amount of attack. So, plus you can give that effect to Gem Knight Master Diamond, who's already bigger than Gem Knight Ruby. There are incredible power plays possible with Gem Knight Ruby, and for a single play, it's not helpful in the big combos. It's not as helpful in the big combos, but it's definitely a good single play. Speaking of big combos, Prismara is probably going to be part of those. Prismara is your hardy bishop, just sniping something, and maybe it goes away right away, maybe it doesn't. 2450 isn't awful, but definitely easy to use for fodder and just to pop something. Great spot removal, and I love it. Then you have Lady Lapis Lazuli, Hardened Knight. Just burn them for, 500 damage for each special summon monster on the field, including yours. And it's actually incredibly possible to get an entire field of special summon monsters. So that is awesome. Then the thing that makes the Gem Knight engine, the Brilliant Fusion engine work is Gem Knight Seraphonite. I play 2. I don't really know right now if that's entirely necessary, but you know what? Until I decide that it's not or that I need room, I'm going to keep it at 2. Gem Knight Citrine, very protective when used in combination with Gem Knight Master Diamond. If you get him beefy, you just want to guarantee that hit, Gem Knight Citrine, go for it. Gem Knight Amethyst, again, Stephen Homage reference, and it, not awful. Freaking bring it out, use it for fusion fodder, clear their back row, clear their set back row. That is not a bad play. And also because, save the screensaver. And because Stephen Homage Universe, Gem Knight Pearl. I like the secret rare. I don't understand why it got reprinted as a common other than for drafting and having rank 4s. Whatever. I don't like the comment, it's gross. But the secret rare is not bad. And you know what? If you have 2 level 4s out that you may not be able to attack with, but maybe 2,600 gets you over something, whatever. Again, remember this is extremely casual build. I enjoy this deck immensely. I will be playing this deck for a long time to come, just to have some fun. But that is my take on the current situation of Gem Knights. If you have anything else you want to say about them, if you think, hey, well, how dare you, play them casually, whatever, let me know. I'm up for criticism. It's a casual deck, so if I were to, I'll put stock in criticism once I try and make this competitive, which I don't see myself doing. But if that's something you want to see me do, if you like Gem Knights, if you are as enthusiastic about them as I am, and you want to see me take them competitive, because we have a locals tournament every week, I can definitely, honestly, I'll take them to locals. I would love to do that. Just let me know. Just let me know. Gem Knights are an incredibly cool. I mean, I drew the Gem Knight, something based on the Gem Knight armor. I love the aesthetic. The fusions. It was such a unique idea. I think it's somewhat based on the artifacts. You have their weapons or lack thereof being based on their level of attack and defense. Zirconia is just a solid brick with his stats. It's awesome. Gem Knight Ruby, no defense. It's just an axe. It gets bigger. It gets a bigger axe. Actually, it's a scythe. Gem Knights are cool. And I would love to see what you guys think about them. Do you play them competitively or as competitively as you can? What do you do when what do you have in your deck? I want to know. Because I'm constantly looking to improve this deck, but I don't have the resources to gift all of my decks the way I would love to. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I will try and get... I keep saying I'm going to upload once a week, but it's been difficult, and I've been incredibly stressed. YouTube is a great release for me. So, thank you for watching, and commenting, and liking, and doing whatever it is you do. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.